Hey, U9s, welcome to Monday's lesson on exercise 9E, which we're going to take a look at. It's about tree diagrams, and it's another way of showing all the possible outcomes. Now, tree diagrams are a lot better than the array tables you did in exercise 9D because you can do 3-step, 4-step, 5-step experiments, so on and so forth, and not just 2-step experiments like the array table was limited to. So down below here, we've got tree diagrams used to list sample space, which is all the possible outcomes. So if we were to flip a coin 3 times, we could get 3 heads, 2 heads and a tail, a head and a tail and then a head, so on and so forth. If we had 3 letters to pick from and we do without replacement, that's going to look slightly different. So tree diagrams are an upgrade to array tables. We're going to take a look at how we can create one. So example 1, we take a look at regular 6-sided dice, which are rolled twice, so one rolled after the other. So even though it says we have 2 here, we don't roll it at the same time, we're rolling one after the other. What we're wondering is, we're asked to show the odds of getting an odd number or an even number. So they're not asking for all the possible outcomes on the dice, they're just asking for whether or not you'll get an odd number or an even number. So our tree diagram is going to look like this. At the top, we're going to have some headings like first die or first dice. Okay, on the first dice, we can get an odd number, so a 1, 3, or a 5. Or we can get an even number, a 2, 4, or a 6. Now, once we've written our outcomes like so, what we want to do is we want to draw a branch. Okay, so we'll have a center point to the left. We'll draw a little branch out like this. And we can show the odds of getting an odd and an even on the first dice. So there's 6 numbers on the dice, 3 numbers are odd. So we've got a 3 and 6 chance, which is also a half chance. And then we've got a 3 out of 6 chance of getting an even, which is also a half chance. After this, we've got the second dice. So second dice. And what we have is the same sort of similar outcomes. We can get an odd, we can get an even after we've gotten an odd on the first dice. Or if we got an even on the first dice, we can still get an odd or an even. It's a great way, tree diagrams, to show the spread of viruses like the coronavirus. And so you can replace these with transmission and the number of people. Once again, we've got a half chance of getting each outcome because there's 3 out of 6 chance on the second dice as well for our odd and even. And so in our very last column, we write outcomes. And we take a look at the branch. So this first branch, we get odd and odd. This second branch, we get odd and even. This third branch, we get even and then an odd. And then this last branch, we get 2 evens on both dices. We take a look at how many outcomes there are. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we do is we put 4 as our denominator and 1 on top. So represent, we've got a 1 in 4 chance of getting each one of these. Is there another way of calculating this 1 in 4 chance a lot quicker? Yes, you go and times these 2 fraction probabilities. For example, a half times a half, which would also get you 1 on 4 if you do half times a half in your calculator. Right? And then you can do it for each branch like that as well. So here they're asking, what is the total number of outcomes? So total number of outcomes, we've established there's 4 different types. You can get odd, 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 even odd, even. find the probability of rolling two even numbers. Well, two even numbers, you've got even, which is at 1 out of 4. One even number, does it say at least? No, just one even number specifically. You've got one outcome here, odd even, and then even odd. So that's 2 out of 4. So 2 out of the 4 possibilities. Okay, or you could say that's a half chance. And then at least one odd number. So which one of these outcomes have at least one odd number? Well, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Okay, so we've got 3 out of the 4 possible outcomes of getting at least one odd number. And there you have it. That's how you do a tree diagram and interpret the likelihood of each outcome. The second one, we take a look at creating a tree diagram without replacement. So we've got 3 lollipops, strawberry, grape, and cola. What we do here is we go, well, if we were to pick twice, because we're picking 2 lollipops, pick 1 will be our first choice. So pick 1, we've got strawberry, grape, and cola. We pick the center and we draw out our branches like so. That's good. And what we can say is, well, we've got a 1 in 3 chance of getting each, right? So that's pick 1. Now, if we were to take out a strawberry, on our second pick 2, we no longer have a strawberry in the bag to pick from because we already got the strawberry out of there. So that means there's only a grape and cola left. So you can get a grape or you can get a cola. And you've got now a half chance of getting each. If you were to get a grape on the first pick, well, on the second pick, you could get a strawberry or a cola. Once again, you've got a half chance on each. And lastly, if you were to pick a cola first, well, there's only a strawberry and a grape left. And that means you have a 1 in 2 chance of drawing each one of these. So what does this all mean? Well, the most important column that people usually forget in a tree diagram is the outcome. The outcome is going to tell us what the likelihood of each scenario is going to be. So the first outcome, this first branch up top, is the S and G. So strawberry and grape. Second outcome is going to be getting a strawberry and then a cola. Third outcome is going to be a grape and then a strawberry. Fourth outcome is going to be getting a grape and then a cola. Fifth outcome is going to be a cola, strawberry, and then the last one, cola, grape. What we notice is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outcomes. And what you notice is if you multiply 1/3 times 1/2 in your calculator, okay, you're going to get 1/6 as your outcome. So because there's 6 possible outcomes, okay, so there's a 6 as our denominator. And there's going to be a 1 on top for each one. So when it gets to really hard and complicated examples, you really want to make sure you can multiply fractions together. And what you do is you multiply these fractions to get the branch's outcomes. To start with, you can always count the total outcomes, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you can figure out the denominator from there. And then the number up top is usually 1. But once the examples get harder, it's really important we write the fractions and we multiply the fraction together for each branch to get the likelihood of obtaining each outcome. So once we've got that, we've got to find the probability that we can select a strawberry and cola. So strawberry and cola, we've got a 1 in 6 chance. Now, it doesn't say whether or not it has to be in that order, strawberry and cola. So, well, because you got a strawberry cola here and a cola and strawberry, we can say there's actually a 2 in 6 chance. Usually they'll be a little more specific. This one's a little bit vague. They'll be saying specifically in the order of drawing a strawberry and then a cola, but here it doesn't say, so we have to assume any order is fine. And because we can get a strawberry first and a cola second, and then a cola first and a strawberry second, they should both fall under that. Drawing out a grape, we've got 1 outcome with the grape, 2 outcomes with the grape, 3 outcomes with the grape, 4 outcomes with a grape. So we've got a 4 in 6 chance if we were to pick twice in this bag of getting a grape, which is also the same as 2 on 3. Getting a grape or a cola, so we take a look at the outcome list and see how many has a grape or a cola. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got a 6 out of 6 chance, which is 100%. Okay, so you will always get either a grape or at least a cola in picking twice out of this bag. So that's all for exercise 9E. Let's take a look at the questions. Please have a go at questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So questions 1 to 6, and let me know if you have any questions, guys. Thanks, everyone.